If everybody's fine, I'm going to now move to the second part of the process, which is the hypnosis itself. So I'm going to start by hypnotizing you, and then I will take you through the process of how you hypnotize yourself. So in your own time, make yourself as comfortable as you wish. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. I'll be turning off all of the cameras, and you can begin to make yourself comfortable. Gently allow your eyes to close. And with your eyes comfortably closed, you can begin to focus your attention just on my voice. Simply the sound of my voice. Focusing in on the words that I say for the moment. Nothing else matters. Just the sound of my voice. And you can begin to and continue to make yourself comfortable as you listen to my voice. For the moment, just breathe. Taking 3 deep, even breaths. You can allow yourself to just take time and breathe deeply and evenly. You have control. And there may be times in this process when you are not aware of every word that I say. In fact, you may even find that there are moments when you feel as if you've drifted off a little. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because everything of importance will be there for you. You have control. And in a few moments in time, you may be aware of sounds around you. Sounds within you. Sensations. Thoughts. You can momentarily move around these things to notice them and ensure that for this short time, they are of no concern to you. None at all. In fact, for these moments. Nothing else matters except to breathe deeply and evenly and allow your muscles to relax as much as possible. You have control. And so that you can fully experience these moments, I want you to know that learning is not just an intellectual process. It's not about thinking. It's more about feeling and experiencing. So allow yourself to enjoy this process so that when you do it for yourself, you will know that you are in hypnosis. A state somewhere between waking and sleeping, where you're aware of your thoughts, aware of your feelings, neither awake nor asleep, but in an interesting and quite unique state, somewhere between the two. A state where you can allow your muscles to relax and let go of any unnecessary nervous tension. Let it go. So before I continue this process, so that you will feel completely safe and in control, I'm going to walk you through it first, so you know what will happen. I'm going to make some clear and simple suggestions to help you to relax. And when you are comfortable and relaxed, then I'm going to teach you how to do this for yourself. And just as important, what to do with this state, how to use it best, by making positive suggestions for yourself. And on that, I want you to know that sometimes before you enter hypnosis, you will decide what it is that you want from the process. Whether it is to think more clearly, whether it is to let go of tension. But the nature of the process means that sometimes when you get to the point of suggesting this, there is another part of your mind, sometimes termed the unconscious mind, and that will suggest something different. For sometimes what we want and what we need in those moments is different. But I want you to know that whatever suggestions you make, they will be of benefit to you. Even if you're not consciously aware, you will feel better after the process. So, I will take you through the process that you yourself will use, and then I'll repeat it, and then help you to make suggestions this first time. And then, when that is over, as you will do, you will hear me count from 1 to 10 at the end of the process. And that will bring you fully alert, fully awake, fully in control. But first, it is time to relax. And the more you relax, the easier the process becomes. The more times you repeat it, the more natural it becomes. You have control. So, I'll begin by counting down, as you will. When you do your self-hypnosis, you will start by finding a time and a place where you can be undisturbed, just as you have today. You can then sit down or lie down. It doesn't matter which, as long as you can be comfortable. You will then, as you have today, focus in on your breathing. Noticing your chest rising and falling. You will then count down from 10 to 1, slowly, deliberately, as I am going to do now. 10. And you can, and you will, start to go into a state of relaxation, physical relaxation, but your mind will be sufficiently aware to monitor your surroundings and ensure that you remain safe. 9. And I want you to know that if, when you are doing this, there is anything you need to pay attention to, you can and you will. And when you have done that, you can resume the process. 8. For now, there is nothing else for you to do. Just relax. 7. And you can and you will go deeper. Deeper. Deeper still, deeper. deeper, deeper still. 6, 5, deeper, deeper, deeper still, deeper, deeper, deeper still. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now all the way down to 0. And you can pause there a moment and just notice that your muscles are relaxed, you're breathing deep and even, you feel comfortable, and you are completely in control. And as and when you do this for yourself, you can make it easier by timing the numbers with your out breath, or each second or even third out breath. That will slow you down. Each descending number from 10 to 0 will help your muscles to relax all the way through. Relax. And as you allow yourself to spend a few moments comfortably relaxed, I want you to know that nothing else matters for the moment. Just relax. For in a few moments in time, I'm going to teach you how to make positive and helpful suggestions, so that when you take yourself into hypnosis, you can make suggestions that are right for you. Some people like to decide what suggestions they're going to make to themselves before they go into self-hypnosis. Others just like to allow their unconscious mind to pick for them. Sometimes these suggestions are without conscious thought. They're more about feelings positive and useful feelings that your mind gives you access to at this point. However you choose to do this, there are 2 simple rules. The first is, this is not a shopping list. 1 suggestion only. And the second is to make that suggestion to yourself in clear and positive language. Suggest to yourself what it is that you want, not what you don't want. For example, I want to sleep deeply and well tonight. Not, I don't want to lie awake, worrying. Clear, simple language expressed in positive ways, and only one thing. And by doing this, you will get the most benefit from the process. 1 suggestion. To reduce your stress, 1 suggestion. To improve your sleep, 1 suggestion. Only 1 suggestion of 1 kind. And you will find that as you practice this process, your unconscious mind, your memory, if you will give you clearer and more explicit access to what it is that you need to help you right now. You have control. And just for the moment, as you are allowing me to hypnotize you, I'm going to ask you to allow me to make some positive suggestions in these moments so that you can also gain benefit from this process, this event. I'm going to suggest that at the end of this session, you will remember your strengths. That's all. Remember your strengths. You may do this by reconnecting with positive memories. You may do this by remembering what makes you laugh. You may do this by remembering how you succeed. You may do this by just allowing your unconscious mind in these few moments to wrap you in a cocoon of safety and security. Remember your strengths, for you are stronger than you remember. You are more capable than you recognize. You are more able than you feel. And by remembering your strengths, you can grow in confidence. You can feel better. You can focus on the things that you can do right now and let go of those things outside of your control. For in this process, you have control. And you can connect with everything that is positive, nourishing, strengthening. You have control. And just for a moment, I'm going to remain silent and ask you to give yourself access to one suggestion that you wish to make to yourself. Do it now. It doesn't matter if you're not consciously aware of anything. Just focus in on your breathing. And know that as you breathe in, you're taking on board that which you need. And as you breathe out, you're letting go of that for which you have no further use. And just to remind you, when you do your self-hypnosis, finding a time and a space where you can be undisturbed. You can even do it in bed just before you fall asleep. You close your eyes and silently, mentally count down from 10 to 1, using your out breath to time the numbers, or every second out breath, or every third out breath, slowing the numbers down until you reach 0, a level of physical relaxation and mental calm, a time, a space, a place where you can and you will make one clear, positive suggestion to yourself. One suggestion in positive language, and you can deliver it in as many different ways as you wish. Perhaps even remembering times when you had that which you are suggesting to yourself, or writing it on a piece of paper and sticking it on the fridge door. We all have different ways of connecting with the positive self. And you are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you realize. You have more skills than even you know. Focus on that which you can control and allow your mind to breathe out that which you cannot. You have control. And I want you to know that as a result of this process, tonight when you sleep, when you dream, you will continue to learn how to do self-hypnosis. It will become a memory to be assimilated. And each time you practice it, and each day that goes by, and most importantly, each night, you will find that you can and you will be able to begin to and continue to take back control. And you can and you will gain ever more benefit from it. You can and you will take ever more control. You can and you will take back control. And for a moment, just enjoy being in this state, breathing deeply and evenly. You have control. And now, in these moments, I'd like you to imagine something. Imagine you're going to practice self-hypnosis. Imagine finding a time and a space where you can be undisturbed, going there. Imagine sitting down or lying down, closing your eyes, and imagine right now counting down from 10 to 0 as you have been taught. Do it now. Time the numbers on every out breath or second out breath or even third out breath. Take yourself all the way down to 0 as if you are practicing self-hypnosis yourself. And when, and only when, you have reached 0, you will make a positive suggestion to yourself. One suggestion using positive words in as many different ways as you can think to connect with that emotion. And remember, there's no need to be consciously aware of what that suggestion is. Just allow yourself to experience the positive feelings resulting from it. You have control. And in this imagined scene of you experiencing self-hypnosis, the next thing that you would do is you would bring yourself to a fully alert state. And you would do this quite simply by counting up from 1 to 10 to bring yourself fully awake in those moments. But for now, this time, I will do it for you at the end of this process. And at the end of this process, I will talk you through everything that I've explained to you. Once again, repeating it so that you fully understand and can engage with this, the simplest and yet most profound tools that you will ever use to reduce your stress, to improve your confidence, to reduce your anxiety, to increase your stamina. So many different ways in which it can be useful. You have control. And before I wake you, I want you to know that ever since the day you were born and before, you've been learning, laying down memories, some of which were not useful, have been forgotten. Others you have reinforced by repetition. They become part of you, of how you think, of how you feel, of how you view the world. And the wonderful thing about learning this process is it can become an unconscious function in itself. By learning how to enter this state, you can give yourself access to it at different times, not even having to fully go through the process. Sometimes all you will need is to take a moment to close your eyes and to take 3 deep breaths. And your unconscious mind, your memory, will give you access to a memory of how it feels to be in this wonderful, peaceful state. And the more you practice, the better you get, the deeper you go. The more you experience these moments, the more control you have. And the more control you have, the more benefit you can take. And you will find that as a result of this process alone, you will wake feeling more calm, more in control, more positive too. You can and you will feel better. Better than you felt in a long, long while. And when you wake, you will remember the things that sustain you. Whether that's laughter, or conversation, a good book or a bad one, you have control. And by giving yourself access to these moments, you will strengthen all that is positive about how you operate in this world, how you connect, how you are, who you are, and what you do. For in these moments, nothing else matters other than to be. For we are human beings, not human doing. It's time to just be. Be yourself. Be the best that you can. Be the kindest that you can. The kindest to yourself over and above everything and everyone else. For in doing this, you can share that with others. You have control. Nothing else matters. Completely in control. And in a few moments in time, you will hear me count from 1 to 10, as you yourself will do. And as you hear me count from 1 to 10, all normal, healthy, and appropriate sensations and responses will return to you. You'll be relaxed. We'll have a conversation. I'll review everything that has been said. Remember, you are in control. So ready? 1, 2, 3, more aware. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8. You can open your eyes now. Open your eyes now. 9 and 10. Fully wide awake.